the Children of Deathwing, once upon a time, we had an Onyxia, we had an Nefarian, and we had a Sabellian. Onyxia and Nefarian you probably most know. Onyxia infiltrated Stormwind, went to Onyxia's lair, and we killed her, and then we killed it again with the Anniversary, and then we killed it again in Blackwind Descent. Nefarian went into Blackrook Mountain, where he partied with the Dark Horde, where we killed him, and then we killed him again in Blackwind Descent. But there was a third child, the child they called Sabellian. Once upon a time, Deathwing saw that the orcs came through the Dark Portal, and he was like, ooh la la, look at that, there is a whole new world. I want it. I need it. Let me conquer it. So he was like, yo, orcs, listen. I can help you out, right? You want some artifacts from my world? Me and my flight will fly you wherever you need to go. We'll threaten a couple of people. Bada bing, bada boom. You got your artifacts. You can go to different worlds. And I want to go to Draenor. And by saying I also mean a whole bunch of my children. Which they did. So the orcs, they worked together with the Black Dragonflight, Sabellian included. And, they, whatchamacallit? They, took the X into Draenor. Deathwing went there as well. He took, like, the Skull of Gul'dan from Ner'zhul. And then the Skull of Gul'dan was taken from him by Khadgar. All that stuff. So the X were there, Sabellian were there. And into what we call, I mean, back then it was like Gorgrons, but we call it Blade's Edge Mountains. The dragons found resistance, because they set up lair there and they found Gruul. We now call Gruul the Dragon Killer, but back then he was just Gruul, a big-ass Gron creature, and he was like, Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell dragon scum. And they did not like having dragons in the mountains. And the Alliance was like, yo, we don't like those dragons either. Why don't we party up, right? Like, we'll smash a bunch of eggs, we'll piss off Deathwing, you fight him. No, he didn't smell that oily. You fight him, and we'll fight him off together. And they did. And Khadgar, the brainiac that he was, he did like a spell work on Deathwing's metal plates, and instead of just trying to go for the dragon, he actually tried to like dismantle him, and Deathwing was like, oh my god, I'm naked, gotta go now. So Deathwing goes out of Draenor through the Dark Portal back to Azeroth, drops the Skull of Gul'dan. Khadgar uses the Skull of Gul'dan to close the Dark Portal, but it still left Sabellian and crew. Like, a whole bunch of the Black Dragons were still there. And they were like, what? What? So they stayed there, and they just pretty much been there ever since. So Draenor turned into Outlands, whole bunch of magic that turned Black Dragon Eggs into Netherwing Dragons. And Sabellian was just there like, guess we just hold the line, innit? So that's what he did. He just held the line there in the Burning Crusade. You actually meet up with him, you do a couple of quests with him, you actually take on the Children of Gruul and eventually go into Gruul's lair. We find out that Sabellian actually made friends with Rexxar, so they're not antisocial. But that's pretty much it. They were given some storytelling in Burning Crusade, and that's it. Then Rephion was introduced, and Rephion started this whole quest of wiping out the Black Dragonflight. And people were like, yeah, but he didn't take care of Sabellian, though. Like, did you all forget about him? But apparently they had different plans in mind, and now we know Sabellian made the return. And the rest of it, like, is Sabellian still corrupted, or did his time in Outland actually change him, or what exactly is happening with him? That is to be revealed. And that is Sabellian for you.
These eggs are our future.